So welcome once again to World Academy. That is an UK-based professional certification institute, and we are claiming it is one of the largest because we do have around 200 plus certification programs, which is very rarely found in the world for any particular institute. Our motto is shaping expertise, nurturing ambitions, and elevate your potential. So we are always trying to beside the professionals to nurture their potentiality, to make a global career, to elevate your career in the global arena. We are ISO certified organizations. We do have a couple of ISO certifications. So some are learning management system related, some are quality management system related, some are personal certification related as well. So we have these four ISO certifications we do have. And that is our landscape regarding this global arena. Our presence is in 65 plus countries. We are working in 65 plus countries nowadays. And our growth rate is very, very high. For the last 2 years only, we have expanded our operations in 40 countries. So out of 65 plus, the 40 countries have been added during the last 2 years' time only. So you can imagine how fast we are growing. And we have 200 plus programs from academic to certified. So in terms of the professional certifications or in terms of the academic part, we do have both type of programs. And that is the number counts 200 plus, and it is counting day by day. We are collaborating with 60 plus companies across the globe and around 30,000 professionals till date, or more than that. The number is counting in every day. 30,000 plus professionals from 65 plus countries have been trained, have been awarded different credentials to their professional career, professional journey. 132 instructors from 15 years plus experience, industry experience. And one of the most significant beauty for our courses is all of our trainers are the corporate professionals. It's not the academician. We always include corporate professionals in our trainers pool because they can blend the learning as well as the experience. So the theoretical learning and practical experience, the blending you will find in our classes, in our materials, and in our exercises and assignments, and also in the assessment part. So that is what we believe. So that majority of our trainers, I should say all our trainers, are from corporate backgrounds. 30% of our alumni hold C-suite role player. That means junior to senior level, all levels are connected with us for different types of credentials. And the completion rate, the success rate for each and every courses, 95%, approximately 95% is in the first attempt, and the rest is going to be on the second or third attempts. So we make them prepared for every exams so that they can clear the exams with their expertise. Why you need to choose us? What is why we are the right choice? 150 plus certified programs. So you can see for all types of professionals, if you're HR or supply chain or project management or the business administration or health and safety, whatever you are, you can have at least 1, 2, 3, 4 courses in your professional areas matching, so that we have a wide range of professional credentials. We do have 30 plus master's level programs. That is an academic program, but again, though it is an academic program, our master's level programs curriculum, the assessment is also connected with the professional level in the corporate areas. 40 plus diploma level programs, 220 plus free workshops we also did in 2024. We do have offering scholarships and corporate packages for different our academic programs. And we do have a user-friendly learning management system so that you can easily learn anywhere, anytime. And we offer credentials, the badges, digital badges, and our digital badges is managed and awarded by Credly.com. Credly is the largest digital badge issuer organization in the world. It's a part of Pearson Education Group. Our global affiliation, we are working globally. You see, we are the member of American Accreditation Association, one of the very prestigious accreditation association in the US. We are the approved center by Cambridge Academy of Professionals, one of the largest professional institute in the world, which has the very largest network based in United Kingdom. We're the approved center by ProfQual, one of the higher education certification awarding body in the UK. We are approved center by Board of HR Certifications, one of the HR certification institute in United Kingdom. We're also the approved provider of HR, CIS, HRM, and ATD. All three are the giant HR certification bodies in United States. And one of the very prestigious recognition we do have from SHRM USA, that is Academically Aligned Institute. And you will be wondering to know that SHRM is awarding this recognition towards 2,000 plus universities. And we are the one and only institute in the world which got this recognition from SHRM. And we are the accredited institute by International Professional Accreditation Council, which is a Singapore-based awarding council. And we are the member for CPD Group UK. So you know the CPD certification. So we are having the membership of CPD Group UK. We are partnering with Singapore Training and Development Association. We do have partner organizations like Institute of KPA Specialist and Academy of Business English and Communication. So this is our global affiliation. This is the course, Certified Internal Auditor. This course is validated and quality assured by Cambridge Academy of Professional UK. So the certification is a joint certification with Cambridge Academy and World Academy both. And that is the badge you will be receiving by currently.com after successful completion. So this is the digital badge. It is a proof of your credential. And this is the certificate, simple certificate you'll be receiving. That means there is a professional designation, CIA, Certified Internal Auditor. You can write it beside your name, Certified Internal Auditor. And this designation is awarded by Cambridge Academy of Professional and World Academy UK. The success story, you have completed 2 batches, though it is not so far away, but till within these 2 batches and some self-paced are available also. So almost 75 professionals have already completed this CIA program and from 11 countries. So that though the story is not so long, but the number is counting. And this is the 3rd batch we are going to start. These are the professionals, organizations where our people are working. You can see that people are working in the banking sectors, in the government sectors, in NGO sectors, in different countries as well. In institutes, in consulting role. So in different countries, in diversified, even though the central bank, the Bangladesh bank is the central bank of Bangladesh. So from different backgrounds, people attended this course. As it is an internal auditor, that means you will be able to do the audit internally in your organization. So it is permissible by this professional designation. And the features, way of conducting this course, there will be 10 practical focused modules. You are already aware about these modules, and Mr. Dinesh will be talking about these modules in details. And the total duration is 4 months, and in 4 months means 16 weeks. So though it is 16 weeks, the class will be on 10 weeks. The other weeks will be some gaps for preparation of the assignments or the exams, etc. Classes is on every Sunday, which is an international holiday. Internationally, a weekly holiday. So every Sunday the class time is 2 to 4 p.m. That means the time we have started today, the same time the class will be starting on every Sunday. So, and the class duration is 2 hours. And you will get the exam facilities online. There will be video tutorial. So that means the class synopsis video will be sharing with you. And you will get free books and materials without any costs. And live interact you can do through the learning management system. You can ask any questions through our learning management system, and it will be redirected to the instructor, and he will be replying these answers. And you do have the options for live chat support in the learning management system. There is a job-oriented learning, extensive practice you will be doing during the courses. In every class, there will be some exercises, some case studies. So extensive exercises and activities you will be doing entire the course. simulation exercise, and you will be prepared with the tools and formats is required for this conduction of the audits and online live classes, so that from anywhere in the world, any part of the world, you can join the session. And global resource. 10 classes, 10 modules, 10 classes. So total 20 hours. Learning times, trainer lead times, and the final exam and the final assignment will be there as well, and 3 in-course assignment also will be there. So these are the modules from 1 to 10. Mr. Dinesh will be discussing about this part. Let me just complete the assessment part. The assessment will be done in 3 ways, in the 3 parts. Actually, the MCQ based final exam, total 60 minutes time, 100 marks, 50 questions. Passing marks is 70%. And case-based quiz. For each and every module, you need to attend a quiz test. It will be immediately after the class. So for every class, there will be a quiz test. The questions could be 5-6 questions. That is an MCQ. You can even attempt from the mobile device as well. And out of 10, 6 will be counted. That means if you are missing any 2 classes or 3 classes, nothing to be worried about. So the best 6 exams will be counted in the assessment part. And the assignment part, there are 3 types of assignment. One is pre-course. The pre-course is nothing connected with the assessment. This is only for the learning purposes. And you will be receiving the pre-course assignment tomorrow or day after tomorrow, immediately after this orientation. And there will be 3 in-course assignments. During this class period, you will be submitting 3 assignments. Each assignment contains 100 marks, so total 300 marks, and passing marks is 70%. And finally, there will be a capstone project, a bigger assignment, which is called final assignment, alternatively called as a capstone project. And that marks is 300, and you need to qualify, you need to carry 70% marks to be qualified. So these are the 3 assignments part. And of course, there will be review and question answer session. The final assignment is there. And for the exam part, you will have second chance. First makeup exam without any further fees. But for third onwards attempt, you need to pay $20 as a examination fee. $20 or $15 probably. I'm sorry, maybe it is $15. And class material will be sharing within 1 or 2 days time. And class notification we will be receiving through the WhatsApp group. There is a WhatsApp group including all the participants or delegates. So, you will get the notification. Very rare case, in case of any emergencies, the class may be postponed and it will be rescheduled on other Sunday, not any other day. Make sure. So, even if it is rescheduled, it will be on any other Sunday. All materials we will share through the learning management system, and attendance will be recorded during the session. So all are requested to rename yourself, like not Samsung or this that. You need to rename your full name so that the system can detect yourself. And electronic certificate after successful completion, you will receive your electronic certificate within 7 to 10 days time. And also the digital badge along with the certificate, electronic certificate. And the printed certificate we used to issue or distribute 4 times in a year. That means if your course is completed in August, and the next available distribution slot is in November, so you need to wait for 2 months to get the next slot. But if your course is completed in August, and the next slot is September, so you may need to wait only 15 to 30 days time. So we will be sending to your country through a guaranteed post your certificates. From that country point, a single point will be there in every country. We have partners. So from that point, you might be sent it through the local courier, or you may be requested to take this certificate from there. So that is the certificate distribution procedures. So entirely there are 4 phases. Pre-course assignment, which will be, you need to submit it before the first class. Then during the phase 2, it is the class conduction. Phase 3, assessment. And final exam, phase 4, the celebration. Right? So that is about the entire course procedures.
Right. Hope you can see my screen. The Certified Internal Auditor course.
We can see.
Right. Actually, the introduction already did by the Mr. Rupa. Then actually, I'm not going to discuss the introduction to this course in detail, but advantages and objectives of this course and who are actually apply this course in profession, right? That is also we need to understand, right? This course is not only designed for the auditors, so auditing professional like internal auditors or external auditors. Not only that, right, for the finance professionals, right, like finance managers, accountants, right, executives who are working in finance, the sectors of finance profession, and also not only that, right, who are working in supply chain management, right, procurement, right, that is also very important, right, this type of course, right, we designed for all the to cover these all the type of professionals who are basically attached to this financing and accounting and auditing, right? Now, objective of the course, right? First, you need to understand why you have to follow this type of course, right? Then the first thing is expert knowledge acquisition, right? You have to gain in-depth knowledge on especially finance and auditing, right? Accounting and auditing, right? Then basically in our course, we have the focus on the internal audit, right? Internal audit. Then how you can get the in-depth knowledge on understand the finance statement, auditing standard, regular requirement, right? You should have a in-depth knowledge, right? Then practical skill development. Right? Then how to apply this auditing theoretical knowledge in practical scenarios, right? And basically, as far as we consider this internal auditing course, I think some of you may aware there's an institute called International Auditing Institute, right? Internal Auditors Institute, right? International Internal Auditors Institute. After the orientation, you may search further in Google. You can search, right? International Internal Auditors Institute. Now, that institute the publish some guidelines, right, for the internal auditors. Then internal auditors standards, right, practices, right. They publish some sort of guidelines, standards, and practices. Then actually in our course, right, we are using those standard and guideline, right, how to apply in practical workplace, right. That is also very important. Then career advancement, enhance your professional credential, make you a valuable asset in your organization, opening doors and career development opportunities, right. By following this course, you should able to, right, develop yourself, right, in terms of knowledge, in terms of experience, skills, right? We will actually, as I'm a trainer, right, I would like to give my knowledge and experience to share with you all. And also I'm giving opportunity, normally I'm giving opportunity to the participant to share their experience and knowledge. And they need to actually answer for some case studies. They need to answer some my questions and share their practical experience with others. That is also very important, right? They can develop their self also. It is not a course, just you are asked, that means you are hearing to the lectures and reading module. This is not like that, right? And you should be able to present as well, right, your questions during the course. The professional network expansion, that is also very important. You know, this course is designed by the World Academy for different countries. Now, in the initial explanation, he has mentioned, right? Therefore, different people in different jurisdictions are connected. I'm from Sri Lanka, someone from Bangladesh, someone from say Zimbabwe, someone from any other country. Then they are connected, right? Sometimes experience in legal background, right? Then business background are different in different jurisdiction. Then you can have that network and knowledge sharing. That is also very important. Then compliance mastery, then under the master of the complexity of compliance and risk management. That is also very important as you are attached to this internal auditing or financial background in your organization. There are compliances in different jurisdictions at different levels. You have to fulfill. Then adoption technology, that is also very important. In our course also we are focusing, right? In different module, right? How to use technology, new technology, emerging technology, tools for auditing. How to use that, right? That is also very important. Those are objective of the course. Then major outcome, right? Understand, apply the auditing principles, how to apply the auditing principle in practical manner. That is a very important thing in our course. How to use the theoretical knowledge in practical workplace, right? Like this is actually not academic, not only pure academic course. These are actually practical professionals, right? That is why this course is designed for finance professionals. To conduct comprehensive financial audits, right? How to conduct the audit, right? And practically, how to execute audit, right? How to create plan, how to conduct, how to execute, how to report, like that. Then assess the implement detective controls. That is all very important, right? For any organization, there should be a effective internal control system. And how to design, how to introduce. If in currently, for example, if in your organization, if you don't have effective control system, right, or sometimes deficiency, then you can introduce. Then you are an asset to the organization thereafter. Once you can introduce new efficiencies in the internal controls, right, then you should be able to introduce that also. Then navigate the legal and ethical consideration, right? Navigate the complex or landscape of legal requirement, ethical dilemmas, right? That is also a balance. Then use advanced auditing tools as we discussed, right? Throughout the course, we will explain what are the auditing tools available. Then communicate the findings effectively. That is also very important, right? Audit reporting, right? How to communicate with those who charge with governance, right? Structure in the organization, right? Stakeholders, management, audit committee, how to communicate, right? Actually, all this process, right, we will cover throughout these 10 modules. Then actually, those are the modules we are going to discuss, right? Introduction to internal audit, then independence and objectivity of the internal auditor, then managing the internal audit activity, audit planning and designing, audit evidence and documentation, conducting an audit, how to execute the audit, then preparation of final statement analysis. That is also very important, right? As you are auditor, you should be able to, understand the preparation process of final statement and how to interpret. Then managerial account and internal audit, internal controls and fraud detection is actually interesting topic in as far as we consider the internal audit, fraud detection and internal controls, then audit, finally audit reporting, right? Those are the 10 modules we have designed, y'all. Then at this detail topics in the introduction to internal audit first module, right? We will discuss what is internal auditing, right? What do you mean by from the origin we will discuss, from the definition we will discuss. Then history and evolution of internal audit. Internal audit that means evoluted from the finance sector, financial accounting to auditing and other areas. Then key principles of international auditing practice framework. That is also very important. What are the principles you have to follow as you are auditing professional? Then comparison between external and internal audit. What are the differences? Right? How it identified? Right, between internal and external audit. Then scope of the internal audit function, objective of the internal audit function, scope and objectives, right? The responsibility of the internal audit department. What are their roles, responsibility? Then importance of ethics in internal audit. Ethics are very important, right? As far as consider internal or external audit, ethics are very important. You need to follow some ethics. And how internal audit add value to the organization? That is very important thing, right? It is an expectation of the management. Right? Internal auditor is not only the person who finds some roads of someone. You have to give some suggestions for the improvement and add value to the organization. Then challenges faced by modern internal auditors, right? Technological wise, risk wise, right? The knowledge of the customers, knowledge of the employees wise, those are all change, right? When it comes to the current modern business dynamic environment. Then case studies on successful internal audit function, right? Case studies also will discuss. Then when it comes to the independent objectivity, second topic, right? So the second module, right? The basic principles of finance professional, you should be independent, or you should be objective person, free of bias, right? Then you are defining independence in the context of internal auditing. Activities supporting independence. Which sort of activities supporting independence? How to maintain objectivity in evaluation of when conducting audit. Then managing threat to objectivity. Now, what are the threats generally coming in practical situation? Then how to manage those threat to objectivity. Right? As you are employee sometime in your organization, internal auditor is an employee to the organization. Therefore, there may be threats. Then managing and reporting the conflict of interest. There may be conflict, right? Between audit and internal auditors and their other objectives. Then strategies to ensure the impartiality and audit reports. The role of audit committee in maintaining the auditor independence. Audit committee, you need to understand who is audit committee in your organization, right? What is their role? Then real world example about the independency. Then exercise of handling the hypothetical conflict of interest. We will bring some case studies to your topic module. The importance of unbiased reporting and discussing whistleblowing mechanism. Whistleblowing mechanism, it's a very interesting thing, right? It's an informal thing. You can get information or insightful information. Then third module is managing the internal audit activity. How to arrange, especially your internal audit department, right? So before starting the audit, right, you have to arrange your internal department. You should have adequate employees. You have to have adequate training, train skillful employees, right? You should have adequate resources. You should have adequate budget to perform. How to design the internal audit department, strategic management of internal function, and audit charters, right? And the mandate of the audit function, the resource management of the internal auditing, developing and managing the audit plan, how to develop, right? The audit plan, then performance measures of the internal audit function, quality assurance and improvement program. That is very important, right? You have to maintain your quality, right, within the internal audit department. Then tools and technologies in audit management, case discussion on recognizing of the audit department, right? How to sometimes restructure, sometimes as if you are working in an internal audit department now. Then management want to restructure it. That is also, you can give some suggestion. Then we'll discuss how to do practically restructuring in your internal department, right? Then impact of the organization culture on the audit management. That is also very important. The organization culture, how to blend with your audit function. Auditors, if auditors coming to your organization close, right, department, they will think that the auditors will find some fault and frauds of someone, right? And how to blend this culture, that is also you have to understand. That leadership skills of the audit managers. As you are an audit manager, chief audit executive, what sort of leadership skill expected, right? Then fourth one, audit planning and designing. Now we'll come to how to plan the audit, right? Steps in the audit planning, then risk assessment. At the planning stage, the important thing is actually in modern environment, dynamic environment, you have to assess the risk. Now, actually, most of organization in practically now following the risk-based auditing approach, right? Then materiality in auditing, right? How to decide the materiality levels. Then design the audit approach. What sort of audit approach you have to identify? As I mentioned previously, a lot of organization following risk-based approach. Then tools and technology and audit planning. Then preparing audit program. How to prepare audit program. That is both topic, audit planning and design. Then topic, audit evidence and documentation. Actually, when you're performing the audit, right, you have to do some procedures, auditing procedures, right? Then after the procedures, you may come into some conclusions, right? Some suggestions for improvements for the internal controls like that. Then when you're coming to those type of conclusions or suggestions, you should have some documentation evidences, right? Documentation evidences, either electronically or manually, you have to have some documentation. How to maintain this audit evidence and documentation by the auditor, right? Then what is the proper way of maintaining that, right? Then first we need to identify what is the types of audit evidence, what types of sort of types you can identify. Then methods of collecting audit evidence, right? You should first learn how to collect, what type of method available to collect audit evidence. Then evaluation of the audit evidence. After receiving the audit evidence, how to evaluate? You may receive the audit evidence from internally, you may receive the audit evidence from externally. Then how do you evaluate? Then documentation standard, right? How to follow the proper documentation standard. Then working papers in auditing, right? Working papers in auditing, how to prepare working papers, right? Then you need to understand working paper is a property of the auditor, not of the others. The legal implication of audit documentation. What sort of legal implication? Why we need to follow a proper documentation, right? If there are any matter, if there are any case, right, subsequently identified, then documentation is very important and evidences are very important. That is why we have to pay more attention on this audit evidence and documentation. That's why I have included a separate module for this. Okay. Then conducting audit, right? Then actually, when you're conducting audit, right, you have to start from the engagement. Right? For the audit process, you have to have engagement. The execution of the audit, engagement. It is the starting point, starting step. Then common audit tests and procedures. You have to understand what are the common tests and procedures. Basically, when you are conducting audit, we identify test of controls and the substantive procedure. Right? Any procedure you are following either test of control or substantive procedures. That is the free mind auditor should have. Right? Sometimes test of control not enough, then you can go to substantive procedures for some activities. Then handling the audit findings, how to handle audit finding, how to discuss with the management and those who charge with governance. Then dealing with audit with management and the audit committee, how to report, what is the reporting frequency, right? How effectively communicate that. Then using software and IT in auditing. When execution the audit, how to use the software and how to use the information technology. Right? Most of auditors nowadays, they are using software, right? Tools and the IT, right? Or sometimes AI, right? BI, right? Knowledge, right? Or tools, right? When are executing audit. In case studies also bringing to our module. Then preparation of final statement analysis. Actually, as you are auditor, right? The most of audit conclusion and evidences based on the financial terms or based on the financial statement sometimes. Right? You are gathering some information about the entity and the risk, right? They sometimes the identification in weaknesses of the internal control through financial statement. By analyzing the financial statement, right? The smart auditors can identify the various issues in the business by looking at the financial statement. Then you should improve that knowledge, that skills actually. It is not knowledge actually, but it is skills. By looking at the financial statement, right, you can pretend some problems, pretend some, right, weaknesses in the business by looking at the financial statement. Then that skill you need to improve. That is why we have included that module, financial statement of preparation of financial statement and the interpretation, right? We are not going to discuss in detail how to prepare the financial statement. Process we will discuss, right? accounting process, then element of final statement, component of set of final statement, some sort of accounting background, right? Sometimes a lot of participants today also they have the accounting background, but we will revise by putting this module. The qualitative characteristics: final statement preparation process, final statement formats, how to identify the statement of financial position, comprehensive income statement, cash flow statement, what are the items. You need to revise this knowledge already you have gathered. Then final statement analysis, how to do analysis. The analysis part very important in far as consider the auditors, right? Then detect an anomalies in final statement. That is also important. By analyzing and interpreting how to detect the anomalies, errors, frauds, right? Then anomalies, how to detect, right? That is very important. In the managerial accounting and internal auditing, right? Actually, as far as we consider the internal auditors, right? As far as we consider the internal auditors, they are employed to the organization. Therefore, sometimes management are to do some specific audits relating to the management account, right? Therefore, how to link this management accounting to auditing? Also, you have to have a knowledge, practical knowledge, right? Sometimes you may learn managerial accounting separately. Then how to link to our subject? We will do that. The concept of managerial accounting is relevant to auditors. Then budgeting process and how to do audit them. Right? Sometimes budgets prepared by the management accountant, right? Then management wants to, or audit committee wants to, or CEO wants to verify this. Sometimes internal auditors is asked to verify that. Then how to do that? Right? Budgeting process and how to audit them. Then cost accounting system and their controls. Then performance management and its audit complications. Then auditing capital project and investment. Project appraisals, a long-term project appraisal. Then how to audit those reports. Variance analysis, then how is used in internal audit. How to do a variance analysis and how to audit that. Role of internal auditing is strategic decision making. That is very important. You are an independent person. What is your role in strategic decision making? Manager accounting always, right, linked to the strategic decision making in the organization. Then auditing the company's budget and case discussion of cost overruns and project delays in as far as we consider the project appraisal. Then management accounting techniques for non-financial auditors also, right? What are the techniques can be learned. Then internal controls and fraud detection. Actually, it is a very interesting topic. Actually, I can't, let's say, I can't give a theoretical thing of the fraud detection, but it is actually 95% of practical topic, right? Internal controls and fraud detection, right? You may be motivated at that time when you are doing that topic, right? It's a very practical topic, right? How to detect the frauds, especially frauds. Right? We are touching errors also, how to detect the frauds. That is very important in organization, right? Due to normally in organization, there are different levels of employees are engaging. Their skills are different, their education levels are different, their family backgrounds are different, right? Therefore, right, the frauds maybe happen. Then how to detect the frauds, right? How to prevent the frauds actually, right? Then we will discuss that. Understand internal controls, frameworks for assessing the internal controls, the technique for testing internal controls, identifying and assessing fraud risks, that fraud risks, how to identify and how to rate. Then the fraud detection techniques and tools, right? I'm linking some IT technologies, or I will discuss AI, how to use this artificial intelligence to detect the frauds in the organization, right? And how to prevent that, right? We'll discuss that also. That is also very important. It's going to be a very interesting topic. Then finally, the audit reporting, right? It's our final topic. Types of audit report, how to give opinion. I'm touching not only, basically we are focusing the audit reporting on in terms of internal auditing, but here I'll touch the external audit also, right? For your knowledge purpose, to enhance your knowledge to overall auditing reporting. right? Types of audit report, the components of the audit, standard audit report, right? The external audit report and internal both will discuss. And also I will discuss different types of audit report, compliance reports, right? Operational audit reports. So we will discuss different types, formats, right? Well accepted formats that can be used for your workplace. Then communicating audit findings, how to communicate, what is the communication process, right? The final outcome is the audit report. Before the final outcome, there are some steps in the communication process. Then modification audit reports, how to modify. Then legal liabilities of the audit report, right? How auditor is binding with the audit report. Then examples of audit reports as well, or different types of audit report as well. Actually, those are the detail back of the audit report, sorry, our modules. I think you got the insight full session on the 10 modules, and I need to understand and give some interesting information on the internal auditors of tomorrow, right? Most of you are coming from the auditing background or finance background, right? Then internal auditors of tomorrow, the augmented by innovation. Emerging technology is number one driver changing the function. 9 auditors predict 9 in 10 auditors predicting it will have greatest impact of their work, right? Between technology, right, is a major, right, factor will impact your profession, right? If you take 10 auditors, 9 say that it is the major factor, right? Top impact technology, data analytics, right? Continuous monitoring, automation, right? You know the data analytics, right? Data analytics is very important as far as we consider, especially internal auditors. They are engaging the continuous auditing process in the organization. They about 91%, right? Impact from data analytics. That is also you need to understand. That is why you have to improve the information technological knowledge as well. Then changing with the time, advisory services will expand, become more essential to the job, right? Average time is spent on advice as far as we consider the internal auditing, right? Most of time you have to spend on advising, right? Not only finding errors and frauds. Our conventional attitude is auditors are finding errors and frauds, but not like that now, right? The major role is you have to advise, you have to provide suggestions for the improvements, and you have to contribute for the value addition to the organization, right? Okay. Then the same tools and bigger tool belt, the faster growing skill reflect increasing the technology and audit scope, skill with the fastest growing demand. What type of skill, right? 4% IT, then global perspective 15%, cyber security 34%, 30%, 13%, right? Those are some sort of the research findings, right? What type of skills are demanded by the modern environment, special technology, and also the we call ESG framework, right? ESG framework, the sustainability frameworks, right? Sustainability and technology, those two factors are very important as far as we consider in the modern auditing or modern finance professionals or auditing professionals, right? Then for broader field visions, increase from the accounting finance, focus on the organization perspective, faster change in the scope areas, right? Yeah, now you have to change your scope, right? You have to bring to new innovative scope, right? Especially those are the areas now, sustainability, cyber security, strategy. You have to come to that level, not doing the only auditing, not right designing internal controls, right? Not only that, you have to come to the sustainability, cyber security, right? Strategy, so that's in the organization. Okay, right. That's end of my presentation on the introduction to